There you are. Here I am. Welcome, guys. Thanks for tuning back in. This is KJ4YZI with HamRadioConcepts, and we're going to call this video The Week in Review. Not really. I mean, it's a way for me to get on here and tell you about new things that have happened or are happening. I get it. A lot of people aren't on social media. I get that. And I wasn't on Facebook and stuff for years, but I need a way to talk to you guys and throw something new in there, maybe weekly or every other week, to keep you informed of what's going on. The first and foremost, the biggest thing of them all, 50,000 subscribers. That's a high five. That's a clap there. A round of applause. 50,658 subscribers right now. I crossed 50,000 Wednesday. What was that? I don't know, April 9th. And it was like 4 a.m., 50,000 subscribers. Now remember, in September 1st, 2018, I was excited because I crossed 30,000 subscribers. That's a lot. That's a big milestone. In fact, I think I said in that video that I wanted it to be, 50,000 by the end of this year. It's April, guys. Okay, that's a big deal. PewDiePie, if you haven't watched him on YouTube, this guy's got like 98 million subscribers. I'm nothing to him. I don't think he would even consider wiping his feet on my welcome mat. But for ham radio, for you guys, that's a big milestone. That's a really big deal. And I thank all of you guys for that, because you take your time out of your busy day to watch my videos. Now, there's a lot of YouTube people out there. YouTube is a way of life right now. YouTube is a big deal. But you chose to click that red button, and that's a big deal for me. So first I want to thank you for doing that, but the person you should be concerned about is the wife. She's making dinner like she usually does. I'll be politically correct here. I don't want to offend anybody. She knows her role in this household. She's going to see this and kill me. But the fact is, this is a full-time job. I want you to understand that. I like doing this. I'm now comfortable with my ugly face and my bent nose to get in front of camera, whether it be show you a radio or show you how to do this or do that. I'm comfortable doing this. This is fun for me, but this is also a full-time job. I work all day. Thursday, I was up at 5 a.m. and worked till 7 at night. I mean, that's hard to work all day and then come home, but then you're saying, oh yeah, cry me a river. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I don't do it every single night, but it's a full-time job. So I want you to be aware that I'm really glued to doing this. And in the process, I walk by her on the way home and she says, when is my time? I walk by her on the way in and, hey honey, give her a kiss, grab a beer, away I go. In my little cubby here. Don't have time to play the drum set. The frog picture's still hanging there. I don't know where else to put it. Haven't even thought about it. But I'm here making videos. So thank you again. Not to draw out a long story, but 50,000 subscribers. That's a big deal. It really is. And for those who are new, I started this with the little videos of the little handheld Bofeng radios from China. I thought I was somebody back then. I was like, yeah, this is cool. And those videos actually that was the height of the Chinese handheld introducing into the US market. But that's kind of gone by the wayside. And you can tell I haven't done really any more videos on that. There's a couple good ones from TYT and Anytone and stuff, but I haven't really touched on those. Now I'm here shooting video in 4K. And I still live in the same house in 9 years that I rent. I don't have my own house yet. And it's a small house, but it's mine. And I rent it, and I'm here making videos for you guys. So I want to thank you, each and every one of you, for doing that, for subscribing and whatever you do. I can't read all the comments and emails, and there's somebody just unnecessarily keying up on a repeater, but we'll squelch that out for now. So, okay, so 50,000 subscribers. What's next? Well, a big shout out to my patrons on Patreon. All 11 of them. These guys, listen, these guys are hanging on for dear life to support my channel with $1 a month, $2 a month. There's one guy that's like $10 a month. I mean, here's the story. So I think it was last year, someone said, hey, why don't you try a Patreon? A lot of people do that. They, and they get crowdfunding. Patreon is basically, you donate $1 a month or two. I mean, if you're rich, donate $10 a month, whatever. But $1 a month, you know, and that goes into my little account. Yeah, I make money on Google. It's not a big secret, okay? But that's not a lot of money as far as the time I put into it. So it's just what helps. It helps me get new gear. When I get the YouTube money and stuff, for the money I sunk into getting this far, you know, the $700 camera and the $1,300 radio and all that, I'm paying that back. But it helps to get new stuff in here so I can buy an antenna for $500. And then I make a video on it and use it, and then I sell it and take that money and put it somewhere else. That's how this works. That's how this works. You gotta spend money to make money, right? Well, the Patreons, they're just doing it for the generosity out of their heart. They're like, hey, Eric, you know what? Boom, there's $1 this month. And that means a lot. So thank each and every one of my 11 or 12 patrons that are doing that. That means a lot to me. I haven't yet donated to other channels, but there's a need. Actually, I take that back. I did donate to a GoFundMe. I dropped a few bucks on a channel called Boosted Boys. Now, +1 if you watch the Boosted Boys on YouTube, and that's all I'm going to say, but they were getting a GoFundMe together to get their new shop, and they raised $100,000 for that, and I threw in 20 bucks. I had to do it because I watch those guys, and you know they're awesome. So you know what comes around goes around. But anyways, thank you for the patrons that do that, because you guys feel like you're forgotten. You're not. But here's the story. I was getting to is I did this last year, and there was like 5 or 6 of them every month. Send $1, you know. It's what, $6, $7, $8 a month. Okay. And then I got all upset one day, and I'm like, you know what? This isn't fair. And I canceled their patronage, and I refunded their money. They're like, what the hell did you do that for? Well, I felt kind of weird, like asking people to support me, you know? So, and they're like, okay, well, you know, I said, hey, I appreciate it, but I refunded their money. It was still in my little account. I gave them all their money back. Well, like 4 months later, I said, I'm going to try it again. So I tried it again, and then they all came back. And then like 4 or 5 others trickled in here and there. And I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. So it helps. That's getting stashed away for my new camera. When you guys want 8K video, I'll buy an 8K video camera when I can get the money together. So that's how that works. That's the moral of the story. This is like a full-time job. You guys are watching the videos. I make some money from Google. I have 3 million minutes watched per month, 7.5 million views total, like 3,200 subscribers last month. I mean, it's you know, 26,000 views in the last 48 hours. I mean, there's a lot of traffic there. So anyways, we're going to move on from that because I know you're tired of hearing about it. What else is new? Is Dayton Ham Fest. Yes, I will be there at Dayton Ham Fest May 17th and 18th. That's the Friday and Saturday. I'm flying in on the 16th and getting my booth set up. I will have a booth, and I'm probably going to be somewhere around between Yesu and Gigaparts. I'm going to be in the main traffic area there. And you know, the thing is, tables are expensive there. I had to find a table that was high traffic, and I had to find a table that was affordable. You can't get both. You pick one. So the guys at Gigaparts, I like those guys. I mean, you know, I've done a lot of videos. I've shopped there. This radio right here, I bought 3 times. What's this on the radio here? Listen. Anyways, I bought this radio 3 times from Gigaparts. They're like, what are you doing with this radio? It was over like a year and a half. Yeah, maybe the net's not there. Maybe they need a net coordinator, and I'm not there this evening because I'm making a video. I don't know. So anyways, Gigaparts guys, you know, check this out. When I go to an Orlando Hamcation, right? The Gigaparts guys are there. I stop by. Hey guys, how you doing? You know, Justin's there, and this guy's there, and Steven's there, and Emil's there. Everybody's there, and it's good to know somebody. You know, how many times have I ever walked by HRO and anybody even opened their mouth? Hey Eric, you know. I mean, you go. I like the camaraderie of going places and talking to people. Gigaparts talks to me. I have no problem with that. Some of the other vendors, they're too busy. They don't recognize only but their friends or whatever. So I get that. You don't have to talk to me. I'm not a superstar. But, you know, so I asked Gigaparts, hey, do you know anybody that, you know, there's any tables around? They said, actually, there's one right there. And I picked it up. So I'm actually going to be next to Gigaparts, and I think Yesu's going to be right there. So if you want to come by and check me out, hang out, say hi, shake my hand, talk to me, whatever, give me a business card, tell me to hit you up on Facebook, go out to dinner, take me out to dinner Friday night and treat me to steak and beer, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do. Thanks to my buddies in Orlando there who took me out in Orlando Hamcation. I hope to see you there at Dayton Ham Fest. I went there in 2016. I didn't have too much time for myself. I was helping out another vendor there and did a little work there to justify me going up there and meeting people at a very busy booth. And then at the same time, didn't get too much time by myself. But if you ever want to meet a lot of people, go volunteer your time at one of the vendors' booths and work there all weekend. You'll meet a lot of people. Anyway, so Dayton Ham Fest. I'll be flying in on the Thursday, setting up my booth or whatever, and I'll be there Friday, Saturday. I'm heading out Sunday morning. So if we go out to dinner Saturday night, you got to make sure we're back before 9. It's my bedtime, okay? Curfew. Okay, so Dayton Ham Fest, I'll be there. And what else is new? Well, something I got to show you more. You guys want more. A lot of the comments and the emails and stuff, they want more. So the D-Star net is something that I tried, and so far it's been successful. A D-Star net on reflector 078 Alpha. 078 Alpha, 9 p.m. Saturdays, Eastern Daylight Time. 078 Alpha, or when I can get on 78 Alpha during the week, you can probably hit me up there. We did a net there last 2 Sundays ago. Actually, I did it once on a Sunday, then I waited and did it again 2 weeks later, had a little bit of a topic to talk about. You can talk about whatever you want. And then people said, well, you're conflicting with, you got the Southeast Weather Net, you got the D-Star HF Net, you got the D-Star International Net, you got this net and NAS Net. Why don't you change it up? Okay, so I moved it to Saturdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. Check into the D-Star Net. We could meet each other, talk. I usually have a little topic that if some people are shy, they don't have anything to talk about. They want to talk about something different. So I throw out something that I think about that's like a topic. Tell me, like the first Saturday or the first Sunday was, tell me how you got into amateur radio. Tell me about your Elmer or the first exposure you had to ham radio. So believe it or not, this went spectacularly well. I can't believe it went over that well. People had, this is how I got into ham radio, and guess what the consensus was? Almost every one of them, CB radio. That's how they got started in ham radio. So great, CB radio is great. But it was a cool way to connect, and this is social media before Facebook was ham radio. So the net really worked out well. So again, 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 6 p.m. Pacific, the D-Star net, with me as net control, KJ4YZI on reflector 078 Alpha. I hope to see you there. And maybe we'll do DMR and Fusion Nets and some other stuff. So we'll check it out. We'll see what I could do. But thank you to the Treasure Coast Digital Radio Association that maintains and operates all these repeaters in Indian River County for allowing me my little space on the not used 078 Alpha reflector, because now I can bring people together there. So it's fun. What is new as far as material? Well, I'm all over the place. You see my channel, I'm all over the place. I do an antenna video, I do this video, I do radio. Whoa, look what I bought. Look what I have. Look what I'm borrowing. So a couple things are really important to get in videos lately, and this is the ICOM 9700. The IC 9700. That video or that radio is impressive, and this is where I'm at right now on that radio. I want that radio so bad. I've worked myself up with it so much. I'm just losing interest. Like for instance, this Yaesu FT2DR, right? I had to have this radio. When they announced this radio, I had the 1DR already. When they announced this radio, I said, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. Honey, look at this radio. Oh, I don't care. I gotta have it. So I sold this, sold that, bought the radio. Then I was so worked up on it. I was like, okay, this is all right. I sold it. So then that was with the camera mic first time. So I bought the camera mic with it so I could take pictures and send them over Fusion. Then 3 months later, I was like, you know what? I really should be on Fusion. There's a lot of activity. They got the Fusion repeaters around here in Indian River County. People were getting reflectors going. I'm like, you know what? I need to be on Fusion. So I bought the radio again. Second time. Didn't buy the camera mic this time. Used it. I was like, but I had to have it. I sold it. Third time. And now, mind you, all three of these I bought from Gigaparts. And they're like, what are you doing with these radios? You bought three of them. Well, so the third one I bought, I made a decision this time. I said, I'm going to buy all the accessories with it. That way, I'm less inclined to sell it. And this is in my head. My head, weird. So I bought the car charger. I bought the RT Systems programming cable. I bought the camera mic. I bought the Nifty manual. I bought the whatever it comes, whatever I can get with it. I bought it. I made a video on it. Then I keep it. I'm never selling that radio again because three of those was like $900. Here, there, here, there. Lost money every time I sold it. So anyways, that's how I am with the 9700. I was like, oh God, gotta have it, gotta have it. Okay. Now, when I get it, and it's gonna be here soon, when I get it, it's, oh cool, I'm gonna be on it every day. That's what's gonna happen, okay? So the 9700 is coming. This is a confirmation. This is true, confirmed. It will be right there, I'm gonna say in a week, okay? 9700, I'll show you all about it. We're gonna make a bunch of videos on this thing. But other ones that I wanna show you, coming, confirmed, hopefully, well, we're gonna confirm this one. FTDX 101, the big one, big Yaesu, coming here, will be on this desk. And we're gonna show you that video. I'm gonna look at the radio, we're gonna check it out, try to make a contact on it. I can't afford that, so I'm gonna borrow it, but we're gonna check that out. How about biggest question I've ever received? I've never had more comments or questions about this. The FT991A versus the ICOM 7300. Eric, which one do I buy? They said you showed me the 991A in a video, you showed me a 7300 in a video, then all of a sudden the 7300 popped up on your desk. Why? Why don't I want the 991? That's a good question. So I got one of those coming, confirmed. It's going to be here, and I'm not buying that either. It's coming here, and I'm going to put them both side by side. We're going to find out what each one has, and I'm going to let you weigh on what you want to buy. I'm going to put them side by side. I'm a Ford guy. You're a Chevy guy. Maybe you're a Ford guy. But right now I drive a Cadillac, and I'll never buy a Cadillac again. That was a good deal I bought, but it's just been problem after problem. So that's why I like Ford. That's why I stick with Ford, because this Cadillac is nickel and diming me. So, but I had to have it. Again, I worked myself up over this. Like, hey man, you can be home, coming over with the money. Hell, I'm working tonight. Hey man, can I come over like midnight tonight? That's how it went. That's how I operate. So I'll never have one again. So we're gonna put the 991 versus the 7300. I'm not gonna do all this inner distortion harmonic, third order harmonic, 12 dB Synad, Sherwood report. No, I'm not interested in that. Half of it I don't understand. The other half I don't give a crap about. I want to just put the two radios there and let you decide. But that's, I mean, I'm not kidding. If I type in 991 or 7300 in my email is currently 7,112 emails I have in my inbox. I can't delete them all, but a lot of them are from Facebook and YouTube. But if I type in 991A or 7300, that's what I get. Hey Eric, just watched your video on this. What do I buy? This one or this one? Why? So that's coming. So a lot of new radios coming, and I'm going to check out other newer models that you guys are requesting. So this, for the people that have been watching forever, more stuff on the way. For the people that have just subscribed, more stuff on the way. This is just the beginning. Last thing I want to talk about in this video, you may have heard me a couple times mention about my jet skis. Now, these are not, I'm not rich. These are not $14,000 jet skis. What they are 1993, 95, 96, and 97 Sea-Doos that I rebuilt over the last 2 years. Rebuilt the entire things. But the reason I really wanted those, not to only go out there splashing on the channel, and I do have another YouTube channel for my Sea-Doos, rebuilding those, but I'm not going to tell you that now. If you're interested, ask, and I'll put it in the comments. But anyways, me going out there riding those, I want to go in Indian River County. We have the Indian River. We have islands, so I come up with a great idea. How about this? When I get these things ready to go, where I got my waterproof backpack, I got my Go kit, I'm going to go out to each island. I'm going to make like 25 QSL cards for each island. And I'm going to go out there to Indian River 1, Indian River 2, Indian River 3. I'm going to set up totally right out of my backpack, make 25 contacts, send these cards out, and never make them again. So it'll be like a little collection I have of each individual island. I have a QSL card to go with it. And then I'll go to Brevard County maybe. I'll hit Brevard County 1, Brevard County 2. And Islands on the Air, Ham Radio Concept style. I know they have an Islands on the Air, but it'll be my own little thing. Maybe I'll make a video on it. I'll show you where I'm set up. The QSL card has a picture of the island I'm working on and the way I have it set up. Which wire's in the tree or which vertical I got staked in the river, in the salt water, whatever. But that's one thing coming soon. I just got to get this other stuff out of the way. What you don't see is what's behind this camera is an absolute mess. I have stuff everywhere on my desk, including a non-winning Powerball ticket, a roll of solder, analyzer. I mean, I got stuff everywhere. I'm very disorganized at this moment, but yeah, I gotta get this stuff going. So I don't even have time to play my drums. In fact, I just packed those things up, had them all stacked in the corner, and then my buddy says, "Well, we're jamming." Comes over with his bass. Buddy comes over with his guitar. Here we are jamming. I had to take them all back apart. So that's a video coming soon. We're going to Fort Lauderdale to my brother-in-law's house, who is actually in a band, and he's been in many bands. He knows a lot of famous artists. And he is like the best guitar player I've ever met. This guy shreds. Any song you want. Got like 12 guitars hanging on the wall. Guy's amazing. So we're going to go down there and we're going to make a live stream with Ham Radio Concepts playing drums. My brother-in-law playing guitar, my buddy playing bass. We're going to jam out. So a lot of stuff coming. The moral of the story is, if I can get to you guys on here, as an update every couple weeks, maybe I'll do that. Let me know what you think about this. I know it's me rambling on here, end of the day after work, I come home, have a beer, check my emails, and just decide to get on the camera, but I like doing this. So let me know, if I could turn this into a bi-weekly, what's new in Ham Radio Concepts land, I'll do that. I'm going to jump off here now, though, because the wife, I know she's cleaning pots and pans in there. I can hear it. Maybe I'll be eating dinner soon, but I'll have the video up tonight. And also, if you're interested, I got my cigar collection right here. And that's something you might want to see. For those, give us something to talk about on Ham Radio when we talk and meet up on D-Star or Fusion, whatever. Talk about some fine collectible cigars. I'm talking about $100, $200, $300 cigars. Really fine cigars. But we'll talk about that collection. That's another collection I have. Not only the collection of radio stuff on my desk, but that there. So thank you guys very much. 7-3. Enough of my rant. More videos on the way. Everybody that's subscribed, I got a lot of stuff coming. 7-3. KJ4 YZI. Clear.